Hey people of YouTube, today we're covering the complete installation of the Hampton Mena Hugger ceiling fan. Now this fan is available in two different sizes, a 44-inch for use in small rooms or a 54-inch for use in larger rooms. And the Hugger design makes it perfect for use in any room with a low ceiling, and it is also damp rated so you can install it in a covered outdoor location like a porch or a patio. If you found this video, you might be stuck in your own installation and you're looking for some help, we're here to do just that. We've already unpacked the fan. We're going to go over all the parts and install this thing step by step all the way to turning it on. So if you stick with us, we'll get you through it. Now if you want to, you can use the links down below and that'll fast forward to any point in the installation, and that way you can get on with your day. If you find this video helpful, please click like and subscribe down below, and that'll help other people find it as well. Alright, so before we get started, two really important things. You want to make sure that the electricity is turned off at the breaker box and at the wall switch. If you don't feel comfortable working around electricity, please call a licensed electrician. Another thing is, if you're hanging this fan where there was just a light fixture on your ceiling, you need to make sure that the outlet box is clearly marked acceptable for fan support. If you got this little pancake plastic thing in there, it's not going to be good enough. You need to swap it out before beginning. So let's just talk about the fan before we get started. This 44-inch Hugger fan is going to be perfect for use in smaller rooms with low ceilings. And it is damp rated so you can install it in covered outdoor locations like porches and patios. And the installation is going to be quick and simple. This fan has all of the quick install features. It has a slide-on mounting bracket, a magnetic light kit with a twist and lock shade that's already pre-attached, and it's got quick install blades. All of these features are going to make the installation super easy and super quick. Now the remote receiver is exciting because if you're one of the people that likes to use two switches on their wall, one for the light and one for the fan, this remote receiver is one of the first ones to allow you to do that. So you can set this up, use one switch for your light, one switch for your fan, and retain complete control via the remote control. Now if you only have one switch, not an issue. This can be wired to one switch or no switches. So as you can see here, we've already unpacked the fan, and I've opened up the manual to the parts page. We're just going to go over all the parts to make sure we have everything before beginning, and that way we don't get stuck along the way. So first up, you'll have the fan motor assembly. You have the canopy ring, the slide-on mounting bracket, the magnetic light kit with the light shade already pre-installed. You'll have 5 quick install blades, a hardware pack that has the plastic wire nuts, and you'll have the remote and receiver. Now just a couple of notes about the remote and receiver. The remote does include a wall cradle for convenient storage when it's not in use. And this receiver allows for multiple options when wiring. So if you want to use a separate switch for your light and a separate switch for your fan, this receiver will allow you to connect like that. If you only have one switch, you can still connect this receiver and use the switch to turn the light and fan on and off simultaneously. Or if you don't have any switches at all, this can still be wired directly to the house. Now the battery is included for your convenience as well. So that's all the parts. Just some tools we're going to need for this easy project. It's a Phillips head screwdriver. You might need some wire cutters and strippers. You'll need some electrical tape. And we like to have a line voltage tester on hand just to make sure the wires aren't live before we begin. And of course you'll need a ladder. So we have everything here. We're ready to begin. Let's do this.
Begin by removing the cardboard motor stops from the motor housing. Simply pull them out and discard. These are just to prevent movement during shipping. Next, place the canopy ring onto the motor housing. Make sure the side with the slots is facing towards the ceiling. Next, you'll prepare the mounting bracket by removing 2 of the screws. The motor housing attaches to the mounting bracket using 2 slotted screws and 2 standard screws. You'll loosen but not remove the 2 screws that align with the L slots on the motor housing. Then remove and save the 2 screws that align with the standard screw holes on the motor housing. Once completed, check the alignment of the screws and the L slots. This is just a close-up showing how the mounting bracket aligns with the motor. This fan features a slide-on mounting bracket for easy installation. The mounting bracket has 2 keyhole slots that will align with the 2 screws in the outlet box. Just align the keyhole slots with the screws of the outlet box and slide the bracket into place before tightening it. This is just a demonstration to show how it works. To install the mounting bracket, you'll first need to loosen but not remove the two screws in the outlet box. Once those screws are loosened, align the keyhole slots with the two screws in the outlet box. Feed the house wires through the center hole of the mounting bracket, making sure that the rubber pads are towards the ceiling. Align the screws with the keyhole slots and slide the bracket into place. Then use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten the two screws. Make sure both screws are completely tightened before proceeding. To prepare the remote, remove the remote from the wall cradle and then slide the battery cover off of the back of the remote. Install the battery according to the diagram in the battery compartment and then replace the battery cover. Before wiring the fan, hang the fan on the hook provided on the mounting bracket. Use the standard screw hole in the fan motor housing and the hook on the bracket, and simply slide the hole onto the hook to hold while wiring. Begin wiring the fan by plugging the wire harness plug from the fan into the plug from the receiver. The plugs will snap together when properly connected. Once connected, gently tuck the receiver into the motor housing to hold it while making the rest of the wire connections. Next, take the green wire from the mounting bracket and twist that wire together with the bare copper house wire. This is the ground connection. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Next, take the white wire from the receiver and connect that wire with the white wire from the house. This is the neutral connection. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Next, take the black wire from the receiver and connect that with the black house wire. This is the fan speed power connection. If you do not have a red wire from the ceiling, connect the receiver red wire to the house black wire at the same time. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Finally, take the red wire from the receiver and connect that with the red house wire. This is the light power connection. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Remember, if you do not have a red wire in the ceiling, you can connect the receiver red wire and black wire to the house black wire. Once all wire connections have been made, lift the fan motor off of the hook and move the wires away from the spring clip in the mounting bracket. Place the receiver flat side up into the spring clips of the mounting bracket. Now you can attach the motor to the mounting bracket. To attach the fan motor to the mounting bracket, align the L slots at the top of the motor with the screws that were loosened on the mounting bracket. Press the motor up towards the ceiling and twist to engage the slots with the screws. Then, using the two screws that were removed and saved, insert each screw into the standard screw holes and completely tighten those screws. Complete this step by tightening the two remaining screws. Make sure all 4 screws are completely tightened. Align the slots of the canopy ring with the 4 screws at the top of the motor, and then push up and twist to lock it in place. To install the blades, make sure the side labeled "this side up" is facing towards the ceiling. Then insert the blade through the slot in the side of the motor housing. Press the blade in until you hear the click. Repeat this for the 4 remaining blades. Once all 5 blades have been installed, check that they are locked in place by trying to pull them away from the fan. If you ever need to remove the blades, pull the blade post down and angle it towards the center of the fan. Then squeeze the blade clip towards the blade post and pull the blade out of the fan. To attach the light kit, begin by connecting the hook from the light kit to the safety tab at the base of the motor. Then, connect the light kit plug to the fan plug. Complete this step by tucking the wires into the light kit and then placing the light kit on the base of the fan. The light kit is magnetic and will attach itself to the fan. The light shade is pre-installed on the light kit, but if you ever need to remove the shade, simply twist the shade to unscrew it from the light kit pan. This fan features a 3-speed reversible motor. The fan's direction is controlled via a manual switch located towards the top of the fan. Switch left creates a downward airflow to create a cooling effect during the warmer months. Switch right creates an upward airflow to pull warm air from the ceiling during the colder months. Make sure the fan is not on before attempting to reverse the direction. The fan is controlled by the included remote control. Press the power button to turn the fan and light on and off. Press the fan speed button to cycle through the fan's 3 speeds. Press and release the light control button to turn the light on or off. Press and hold the light button to cycle through the dimming function. The color temperature button will allow you to cycle through the 3 light settings of the LED module. The default setting is for soft white at 3000K. Press and release this button to change the color settings. It will cycle from soft white to daylight to warm white and back to soft white. The remote has been paired with the fan at the factory. If you need to pair the remote, start with the power off at the breaker box or wall switch, then turn power back on, and within 30 seconds press and release the Learn button in the battery compartment of the remote. Once the remote is paired, the blades will begin to spin. To use a second remote with the fan, repeat this process but press and hold the Learn button on the second remote for 10 seconds. To attach the wall cradle to the wall, begin by removing the screw cover by sliding it out of the wall cradle. Then choose a position on the wall where you'd like to store the remote when not in use. Use the included screws and a Phillips head screwdriver to attach the wall cradle to the wall. Make sure both screws are tight. You may want to use anchors that are also provided when attaching the wall cradle to the wall. Once the screws are tight, reinsert the screw cover into the slots of the wall cradle. Now the wall cradle is ready to hold the remote when not in use. Congratulations, your ceiling fan installation is now complete. Time to sit back, relax with a nice tall beverage, and enjoy your new ceiling fan. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe down below, and that'll help other people find it as well. And as we always say around here, keep it breezy.